Hi there, and welcome to the Sunny Daze Podcast. I'm your host, Jolly. Well, let's get started. First up today, Miss Hilda's Big Day. I came across an incredible story about Hilda Jackson, who just turned 105 years old. And let me tell you, she's not your typical 105-year-old. Hilda's birthday party was a full blown rave. Strobe lights, globe sticks, cocktails, and even a DJ spinning drum and bass. When asked about reaching this incredible milestone, she simply said, "You never think you're going to make 105, but I did. You've got to accept it. You can't knock yourself out." She's she really has this way of taking life as it comes with a smile. She said, "I've had a wonderful time. The people here around me are wonderful, and I think we really have a really good time. I enjoy every minute of it, and that's everything." I mean, how often do we stop and realize, end quote, how often do we stop and realize and really savor moments like that? Hilda has lived a quite the life. She worked in a factory during World War II, spent time driving her friends around on spontaneous trips, and loved nothing more than a good meal out with the people that she cared most about. "We used to travel a lot, go to different places, which I loved," she said. "I never thought I would reach 105. I'm very pleased I have, because I don't feel any different to when I was 100." And that's not all. Hilda attributes her long life to a combination of good health and her passion for dancing. She's still dancing at 105. And she says, "I've been very lucky with my health, and that is very important. I've not abused myself. I have a drink and I love a drink, but that's it. I love ballroom dancing. I do go twice a week. I'm still dancing. Okay, not as much as I used to, but I get up on the floor and have a bit of a twirl around, and I love it." Hilda's favorite dance move, the jive. She says, "I'm not saying I like it as much as I used to, but your age catches up with you a little bit." But even so, she's still having a bit of a jig whenever she can. Her advice to the younger generations really sums up her outlook on life. She says, "Just keep on enjoying your life while you can. Don't give up. I'm not prepared to give up." And that's the story of Hilda Jackson, a woman who shows us that age is no barrier to living a joyful and vibrant life. Thank you, Miss Hilda. Thank you. And I'd like to say a thank you to one of our listeners who sent this next story in. Her name is Debbie, and she's from Fayette, Maine. She said, "I saw this and just wanted to share it with you. I enjoy your stories. Thank you for your sharing." Why, thank you, Miss Debbie, for your sharing. And her story, well, it comes to us from December of 2024, when an actor named John Reardon, renowned for his roles in Hudson and Rex and various Hallmark movies, publicly shared his challenging battle with tonsil cancer. Throughout his journey, John emphasized the profound effect of his family's unwavering support, particularly highlighting the strength and dedication of his wife, actress Megan, Ori, and their children. Following his recovery, John experienced a poignant moment that encapsulated his triumph over adversary. His 7-year-old son, who had developed an interest in photography and filming, captured a very, very candid photo of John smiling, a genuine reflection of his joy and gratitude for overcoming cancer. John expressed that this image quickly became his favorite, not only because it was taken by his son, but also because it symbolized his authentic happiness post recovery. In sharing this personal story, John conveyed deep appreciation for the collective support of family and friends and of a great medical team that was so supportive. He underscored the invaluable role of kindness and community during challenging times, when you need to inspire others with messages of resilience and the importance of cherishing moments with loved ones. This narrative not only highlights John's personal victory over cancer, but also showcases the profound bonds of family and the uplifting power of love and support. It's a truly inspiring story for our audience. And thank you again, Debbie, for sharing. And keep on healing, John. And now for some monthly observances in March. We've got quite a few to mention. It's Women's History Month. It's Red Cross Month. It's Music in Our Schools Month. It emphasizing the importance of music education. It's here's a fun one. It's national. There's a National Procrastination Week. It's the first 2 weeks of March, and it's a humorous observance of highlighting procrastination. I think I better jump in on that. Do you have a fur baby? It's also National Pet Sitters Week on March 2nd through the 8th. That's where you acknowledge those professional pet sitters. Let's see, days to honor. March 1st, which was yesterday, was St. David's Day. It's celebrating the patron saint of Wales. It was National Pigs Day, honoring pigs as intelligent animals. Self-Injury Awareness Day, raising awareness about self-harm. Zero Discrimination Day, promoting equality before the law. World Music Therapy Day, highlighting the benefits of music therapy. And first day of Ramadan, beginning of the Islamic holy month of fasting. Well, March 1st had many, many on it. Okay, on the 4th, it is Mardi Gras, for those of you who are familiar with that. It is Fat Tuesday, carnival celebrations before Lent, notably in New Orleans. And it's Shove Tuesday, Pancake Day, National Day of Feasting before Lent. March 5th, you've got Ash Wednesday coming up, the first day of Lent in the Western Christianity. There's International Women's Day on March 8th. Daylight saving times, don't forget to move those clocks forward 1 hour. That'll be March 10th. Then you have Pi Day, celebrating the mathematical pi. You have St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up on March the 17th, and right behind that is the first day of spring on March 20th. World Poetry Day and International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination is March the 21st. You've got World Water Day, March 22nd, and National Puppy Day on March 23rd. And for the National Doctors Day, ends the month on March 30th. Well, that is a lot to celebrate this month and to make note of. And now, in the entertainment news. Well, what is in theaters this month? Looks like we've got Mickey 17, a kind of a sci-fi thriller. In this mind-bending sci-fi thriller, a disposable worker on a human colonization mission. A disposable worker. On a human colonization mission, Mickey 17 discovers he is very easily replaceable. But when he refuses to be discarded, he must fight for his own survival while uncovering dark secrets about his mission. Ooh. Then there's Snow White, coming out March 21st. It's Disney's live-action retelling of the classic fairy tale and follows Snow White as she embarks on a journey of courage and self-discovery. With the evil queen determined to be the fairest of them all, Snow White must rely on her inner strength and help of some of her magical friends. Fantasy musical. Looking forward to that one. Magazine Dreams is a drama. This intense movie follows an aspiring bodybuilder chasing fame while struggling with mental health, isolation, and personal demons. As he pushes his body to the limit, he begins to question whether success is worth the sacrifice. Why, they've got quite a few things out there starting up this month, don't they? And now in the music world. Well, on the Billboard Top 100, the top singles of the week are Looks Like Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and Sass. Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. 4x4, Travis Scott. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Gimme a Hug by Drake. I'm a Problem, Morgan Wallen. Pink Pony Club, Chappelle, 30 for 30. Saz with Kendrick Lamar. Boy, you're out there. Boy, we've got some good stuff out there. Nokia, Kendrick Lamar, and followed up again by Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar. All right, that's on the movie scene this last week. Okay, and now a jolly chat story. So sit back and take a little bit more of a break here. Our story today is called Spring Break Magic. Besties take on Disney World. The Florida sun shimmered in the sky, a golden glow reflecting off the Cinderella castle as Gabby and Selena stepped into the Magic Kingdom for the very first time. The childhood best friends, now in their early 20s, had been dreaming about this moment for as long as they could remember, and now it was real. Selena, we're actually here, Gabby squealed, clutching her Minnie Mouse ears like they were made of actual gold. I know, Selena gasped, practically bouncing on her toes. I might cry. No, I will cry. Hold my churro. The moment they stepped onto Main Street, USA, the world around them turned into a dream. Balloons floating in the air, the smell of popcorn and cinnamon filling their senses, and the iconic Disney music playing like the soundtrack of their childhood. Well, their first stop, the Haunted Mansion. First day there. I don't know why we're starting with ghosts, Selena whispered as they stepped into the eerie, dimly lit sketching room. And Gabby smirked. Because we live for the drama. Moments later, they were clutching onto each other, giggling nervously as ghostly figures danced around them. After surviving 999 happy haunts, they went straight to Space Mountain. Selena screamed the entire ride while Gabby, an adrenaline junkie, threw her hands up like she was auditioning for a roller coaster commercial. The rest of the day was a blur of laughter, meeting Mickey and Goofy, devouring Mickey-shaped ice cream bars, and taking way too many selfies in front of Cinderella's castle. Oh my gosh, Selena sighed, sinking onto the beach as the sun set. This is the best day ever. Direction, Gabby said, pointing as the fireworks exploded in the sky. Now it's the best. And so for day two, around the world in a day, they went to Epcot. Fueled by Mickey flakes, once the besties took off in Epcot, they determined to eat around the world. I'm just saying, Gabby said between bites of sushi in Japan, we might need a food budget intervention. We definitely do, Selena agreed, sipping her bubble tea. But that's a problem for future us. And that they danced through the pavilions, tried on silly hats in Italy, and nearly cried when Selena tried to speak French to a cast member in France, only to realize she was actually in Canada. By the time they reached the giant Epcot ball, they had bellyaches from laughing and eating. Tomorrow, we tackle the Hollywood studios, Gabby said dramatically. We ride Tower of Terror, or we fail as theme park adventurers. Agree, Selena said, linking arms with her bestie. Off they went for the day. Day three came very quickly. Hollywood studios and the Star Wars surprise was on the top. They started with the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, where Selena's screaming reached new decibel levels, then zoomed through Rock and Roller Coaster, fangirling over the Aerosmith music blasting in their ears. But the real surprise came when they walked into Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars land. Oh my gosh, Gabby whispered, gripping Selena's arm. Is that Kylo Ren? Before they knew it, they were actually caught in a role play moment where a cast member dressed as a resistance fighter handed them a mission. Next thing they knew, they were ducking behind corners, hiding from stormtroopers, and whispering, shouting, for the rebellion. I don't even watch Star Wars that much, Selena admitted breathlessly after their daring escape. I don't either, Gabby grasped, but we're fully committed now. Their next day came around far too quickly, and it was Animal Kingdom and a dream come true. On their very final day, they explored Pandora, the world of Avatar, rode Expedition Everest twice, and nearly cried at the Festival of the Lion King. But the real magic happened when they stumbled onto a surprise character parade featuring their childhood favorites Minnie, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and even Chip and Dale. Selena looked at Gabby, her eyes sparkling. This trip, this trip was everything. Gabby beamed, grabbing her bestie's hand. We made it everything. And the sun set over Animal Kingdom. They they both knew as that happened. This wasn't just a vacation. It was the beginning of a new tradition. Bestie spring breaks forever, Selena asked. Forever, Gabby grinned. And with that, they high-fived under the golden sky, knowing that Disney magic would always bring them back together. The end. And now, as we come to a close of yet another episode, let's remember to take the time to remember the stories we've shared and heard today and let them serve as a reminder of the goodness that surrounds us every day. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So find your beauty, shine, and share it. And remember to spread love, joy, and positivity whenever and wherever you go. See you next week for some more stories, some entertainment news, and some fun facts. But until then, peace and love always.